The gates are back, away they go, and walking out of the gate was No Hero. The rest got away pretty well. Personal Drum slow away as well. They come to the first corner. After the first 150 metres, Storm Seiko over that easily with Telegenic. On its outside is Mount Fountain. Back inside them is 3 Operator. Phantom Suzuka. Out wide is Capital Gain. And we've lost one already. The 5 has come down in Agnes Hat, one of the fancied runners. Lost the rider as they went over the first jump. They come to the second in the main straight, and Storm Seiko is leading the way. On its outside is Mount Fountain. Just behind it, 3 Operator. Then a gap back further to Phantom Suzuka. Telegenic is over that one nicely. A further back gap to running on the outside. Moving up is Reward Present. Capital Gain is in the middle. Mercier Time is there. Then a gap back to No Hero. On its inside is Karasi, back a little further than usual in his previous runs. A gap back to Real Tonic. Then Major O'Hustler. Tosho Trick. Personal Drum is last, and we've lost one already, and that's Agnes Hat. They go away from us, rumps galore as we see them. They'll go down the first dip, and I'll let you know that some parts of this race I can't see them because they go behind a huge television screen. But leading the way is Storm Seiko. On its outside, Mount Fountain. They've got a 4-length gap from 3 Operator. Then back to Telegenic, followed by moving up Reward Present. On its inside is Capital Gain. A further 3 lengths back to Phantom Suzuka. Mercier Time outside it as they go down the dip. Further back is No Hero making up ground. Inside it is Real Tonic, just outside Real Tonic Karasi as they come back into view momentarily for me, that is. It's still at this stage Mount Fountain leading from Storm Seiko. 3 Operators caught up and made a line of 3. Then a gap to Telegenic, back to Reward Present. And almost lost one there, and Personal Drum hit that one hard as they came to that corner. They come around this sweeping bend. Leading the way is 3 Operator now is taken to the front. Inside on the back on the fence is Mount Fountain. Running third is Storm Seiko. A gap to 4 lengths back to Telegenic. Then comes Reward Present. Karasi starting to make up ground on the inside. He's tracking Capital Gain. Then further back to Real Tonic, No Hero. Then Phantom Suzuka. Mercier Time is well back. Major O'Hustler. Then comes Tosho Trick, and still last of all is Personal Drum. They're running along quite nicely. 3 Operator. There's the loose horse. Let's hope that doesn't interfere with them there. They go down the dip once again. 3 Operator shows the way. Momentarily, as we try to switch to the monitor, a little bit difficult, but they come back into view. Leading the way is 3 Operator from Mount Fountain on another further length back to Storm Seiko. And Karasi's made up good ground along the inside there, and storming out wide is No Hero. Once again, they go out of my view. Just a reminder, we lost one at the first jump, and that was Agnes Hat. It's 3 Operator. Karasi now sweeping up 4 wide as they come to the next one. Over it cleanly. Jumping it nicely. They all got over that one fairly well. Still well back is Tosho Trick and Capital Gain, and they've also dropped out, but it's still 3 Operators. They go past the grandstand once again. Karasi's really moved up nicely, running in second. Outside it is Storm Seiko. Then a gap back to Mount Fountain. Making up ground nicely through the middle is No Hero. Further back and out wide is Reward Present. Telegenic. Capital Gain is there. Personal Drum is picking them up. Mercier Time as well. Phantom Suzuka. Major O'Hustler. And Tosho Trick is last of all. 3 Operator doing it nicely in front. One of the fancied runners in the top 5, but Karasi's tracking it. Out wide Storm Seiko is still there. Real Tonic's making up ground along the fence. And moving forward is Reward Present. They swing up to the top of the hill. In the middle, moving nicely is No Hero. A gap back to Real Tonic. Then Mercier Time trying to pick up the pace. Losing ground is Telegenic on the fence with Phantom Suzuka. Now Personal Drum takes off from the back. Back further is Capital Gain. Then a Major O'Hustler, and a long last 5 lengths away and struggling is Tosho Trick. Well, they've only got a couple to go over. They go down this long sweeping run down the back straight, and taking it to the front is Mercier Time, the Japanese fancied runner. Karasi is on the inner. Out wider and moving forward is Storm Seiko. Then a gap back to Phantom 2-3 Operator losing ground, had the early lead. Making up quick ground from the back of the field is Personal Drum, then Reward Present. Real Tonic losing ground. No Hero also. Phantom Suzuka. Then a gap to Major O'Hustler. Further back came Mount Fountain. On its outside is moving up is Capital Gain. Then Telegenic, and a long last is Tosho Trick. Well, they've only got one more to get over. It's Karasi hit the lead from Mercier Time. Karasi at the top of the straight. Mercier Time going head and head. 3 Operator back on the fence. Running on nicely. Storm Seiko. Real Tonic's there as well, and Personal Drum, but Karasi gets over, stumbled slightly, but he's kicking away. It's Karasi going for 3 in a row. Karasi and B.Scott looking like a human turboprop as he winds up. Karasi running home late, his Reward Present. Karasi dying on his run. Is he going to get there? Yes! Karasi, Reward Present. Mercier Time, then a gap further back to 3 Operator.